A playground fall turns into the unthinkable for a mid-Michigan family, a terminal cancer diagnosis. The Millers were given 6 to 9 months with their son.
But now the 9-year-old is defying the odds thanks to experimental treatment. It's providing hope, but it comes with a high price tag.
Yes, and Braden Buddy Miller has an incredible community fighting alongside him. They've been raising money any way they can. 16 months later, they're now turning to lawmakers for help. The Millers soak up every smiling moment they get with their little boy.
He wants to be a normal 9-year-old boy. He wants to run and jump and play, and right now he can't, and it's been tough to watch.
Buddy should be sitting in a 3rd grade classroom. He should be playing his favorite sport, football. But instead, the 9-year-old has spent the last 16 months fighting for his life.
Every day truly is a struggle.
In January 2017, at just 7 years old, Buddy fell and hit his head on the playground. He was rushed to the hospital. After a series of tests and a helicopter ride to U of M Hospital in Ann Arbor, Buddy was diagnosed with a rare, inoperable brain tumor, DIPG.
It was not maybe, not possibly, not, it was, here's what you got. Don't hope for anything else. You know, just take your time and do what you can with it.
Brad and Jenny Miller were given 6 to 9 months with their boy.
I mean, we just looked at each other and we're like, no, absolutely not.
We serve a great God that I know can do more things than we'll ever understand.
There's no approved treatment for the pediatric brain cancer in the United States.
FDA regulates this so much. Like right now, there are current trials, but they start with a safety trial, which means, okay, we're going to try this drug, but we're only going to give them very little to see if it works, or to see if the child gets sick.
So the Millers began researching how to keep their son alive.
He will ask us if he's going to be okay, if he's going to get better, and every time we say yes. We'll do whatever we have to do to get you better. You will be better.
And they have. The Millers found an experimental treatment option in Monterrey, Mexico in early 2017. 16 months later, it's helped their son push past the life sentence he was given.
He goes for an MRI. Directly after the MRI is the treatment. It's usually about a 2.5 hour span.
They take a catheter and they run that catheter all the way from his groin up through the spine and into the tumor itself, and then this medicine will follow it up, and then they use 10 to 12 different types of medicine.
Over the past 16 months, the Millers have traveled to Mexico 10 times for the intra-arterial and immunotherapy treatments. In March, this was their result, just a small green dot of a tumor left, giving him a score of 2.7. 2.0 is no evidence of disease. But the latest trip 2 weeks ago showed the tumor has started growing again.
Say the days are long and the nights are longer.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4 in the morning, your brain just don't stop.
As if the stress of trying to save their child's life isn't enough, the financial cost of each treatment is between $17,000 and $30,000, and it has to be paid out of pocket.
It boils down to a dollar bill of whether we have him with us or not.
Oh, it's expensive, and it's worth every dime.
Family, friends, and the entire Flushing and New Lothrop communities quickly stepped up, frequently holding fundraisers for Buddy, whether it's a bowling night, an auction, or a restaurant, giving away some of their proceeds for the day.
They have single-handedly helped us raise hundreds of thousands of dollars, and without them, we wouldn't be anywhere near where we're at. So it's just, I can't say thank you enough.
According to the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation, pediatric cancer only receives 4% of the federal government's cancer research funding. Jenny says DIPG gets about 1% of that.
So instead, we just lose, 300 to 400 children the year due to this disease.
So that's where Jenny's dad, Buddy's grandpa, Patrick McDonald, comes in. Yes, this is his business card.
Quite frankly, I just retired after 42 years as a businessman, and this is kind of a new job, though. So I spend some time during the week, making calls on these people and trying to develop that advocacy.
Right now, he says the majority of funding is coming from family foundations who have lost their children to DIPG. McDonald is working to change that.
You know, there's a point where the federal government and the medical industry has to step up and put a full court press on research for DIPG patients.
To get the ball rolling, McDonald is lobbying local lawmakers in Lansing. Governor Rick Snyder has named Thursday, May 17th, DIPG Awareness Day in Michigan. To mark the day, Buddy's family will be going to the Capitol. So far, with the help of Genesee County Clerk John Gleason, they have plans to meet with 2 representatives and a senator on both sides of the aisle.
You need a celebrity. You know, Pope John Paul II and Michael J. Fox elevated the discussion and funding for Parkinson's. Lloyd Carr's grandson died of the same disease a few years ago. And that elevated the discussion. It's almost disgraceful when you figure you need a renowned individual to suffer from this or other issues to bring light to the issue and the funding.
The Millers will be asking lawmakers for DIPG to become a vanity license plate option like these just approved in Ohio. Plus, McDonald says some states allow people to make a contribution to the research when you renew your plate or file your income tax.
And if we do have that funding available, there are agencies that would project manage that process and just bring a different level of care that would be available to these children.
Care that wouldn't force children like Buddy to continue to travel to Mexico every 3 to 4 weeks and would give hope to the 200 to 400 children who are expected to be diagnosed with DIPG every year.
We do our best and stay positive and stay firm in our faith that he will be okay. He will be a spokesperson. This is not going to go away. The only thing we can do is work to find something to help it, cure it, treat it effectively here in the United States, hopefully, and we are committed.
While they work for more funding, there is hope from federal lawmakers. President Trump is pushing to bring experimental treatment to the U.S. In March, the House passed a right to try bill in favor of it. The legislation now goes to the Senate for a vote. For more information on how to join Team Buddy next week, click on this story on our website. In studio, I'm Ann Perrette, ABC 12 News.